appreciate that. I'm not gonna use my timer because I still have to work on how I want to do the. Oh my God, it's because I still have to work on how I still have to work on the routing and the splits. But one sec. Okay. There we go. So yes, thank you for the raid. I do appreciate that, as well as all of the follows. I do appreciate that as well. So I play the category is on casual, but don't worry, it's still difficult. So I go by in-game time, not external. I'm still like I said, I'm still working on the external time route. Cutscenes themselves don't tend to oh, I'm still in Japanese. Cutscenes themselves don't tend to add to the time. The thing that does add to the time are things like this, which are forced scenes, which you can't skip, which is lame. The Japanese voice acting is really good, though. Yeah, the unskippable stuff is just murder. And then there's another thing that really bothers me with the external time factor is there are scenes like this. I can tap P to pause to try and skip, but oh, thank you for the subscription. I can tap P and just mash it to try and skip the scene like this, but it doesn't pop up until a certain point in the cutscene. So you'd have to figure out the exact frame for a perfect speedrun, which is really lame. Yeah, but it's not really that big of a deal. That's why I choose to go by in-game time, because I think it's the most fair. Now, there are a few problems with going by in-game time. In RE7, if you died and had to restart, you would have to, like, completely start the game over. Like, not like start the game over entirely, but you'd have to exit and reload your save. That way you didn't lose that time. In this, if you die, it's inconsequential because it will put your timer back to your previous cutscene, or to your previous autosave. So you don't have to worry about that anymore. Also, he just kind of vanishes before he even rounds the corner, which is funny to me. Jumpscare bird's the best bird. I'm still trying to figure out if there's, like... Because I know of a couple of skips, like, namely, the biggest one is in the... Well, the only one that I've found thus far is in the dollhouse. You only need the winding key. You don't need anything else from the mannequin, other than, you know, the tape and everything. But you don't need the silver key. Because the door auto-unlocks on its own. the speedrun itself is like really easy, especially, you know, thanks to the karambit. I'm sure using the lightsabers is easier, but I don't have it for one. But yeah, dude, you sleep tight, and thanks for the raid, and, you know, thanks for all the entertainment. Shit, I'm not that entertaining, I'm afraid. If I were doing, like, voice acting stuff, I'd be significantly more entertaining. If you like Has Been Hotel or South Park or something. I'll go ahead and explain the category of knife only. So you'll see that I have the gun here. You are allowed to interact with the environment. You have to, because you need bombs to progress in certain areas, as well as you need to shoot the bells and the like. But the knife is what I use for, you know, fighting enemies and things like that. Otherwise, the game would be impossible. I think the karambit's like 3 times more powerful than the regular knife, something like that. You don't even want to know what my fucking inventory looks like. Like, straight up, it is full. Yeah, all your progression items and stuff are gone. You keep all your ammo, however. I wish that there was a way to skip this bit, or at least understand how it works a little better. Because it's all based on a timer. And it's a little lame. Very slow. The difficulty curve isn't that bad. Like, it starts off really hard, but once you get a gun, it eases up a little bit. Like, that first fight with nothing but the knife is, like, genuinely the hardest part of the game. Like, anytime that you're trapped with nothing but a knife is when it's really hard. So the basics of this is you just have to, you know, survive. I think it's like 5 minutes. This is... I don't like this bit of the game. Obviously. I'll complain about this bit a lot. Here it comes. I have Japanese voices on because they sound really cool. Nice. And that's that. It's the only part of the game that I can't really control. But yeah, I'm not really that entertaining. I do appreciate you guys hanging out though. I mean, that's cool. My last run I had to cut short yesterday because I had a stream at 8 o'clock and I had forgotten. And I was doing so well, it was going to be sub 2 hours. But just before I got out of Heisenberg's factory, I had to stop and go do my thing. Kinda sucked. Entertaining is a matter of opinion. Yeah, I guess. A lot of New Game Plus runners on casual, they all use the same couple of things, which is infinite ammo weapons, which is really lame, I think. The Karambit's overpowered as a knife, but it's not as bad as the lightsaber, and B, the normal knife is so weak that it's ugh. The Karambit makes this entirely possible. Also, this game has a bit of a problem. Sometimes when you are mashing F on a prompt, it will just sit there and just repeatedly make the prompt blink, and it won't actually activate it like it should, which is kind of annoying. Oh no, my hairband broke. Son of a bitch. My thick hair is free. My hair cannot be contained. It's kind of bad because now my hair is going to get in the way. Now look, this is one of those moments of if the external timer really mattered, I wouldn't be able to do much. I'm mashing P, but I can't actually pause the game until Angie's like, "Hi, she's awake." Oh, fuck. I double tapped crouch by accident. This is my first run of the day, so it's probably going to be my weakest. I can probably get 2 or 3 in. I doubt most of you would be around for the others, but I'm going to go through the game pretty quick. If I counted in all of the cutscenes like that, him crawling out and stuff that I can't skip, this run will take about 2 hours and 15 minutes. Well, no, that's just if you include, like, the time that, I had to build up. Like, that's how long the stream will last. I like Heisenberg's English voice. Like, I like it a lot. It's so cheesy and campy. He reminds me so much of Lucas. And here we have the best character in the entire game. The Duke. There we go. So, when I first played the game, the castle took me about an hour to get through, hour and 20 minutes maybe. It's not gonna take that long. Kind of endearing. I'd say that it left its B movie tropes back at the end of Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil 3, and then it became more of probably A movie, but low budget A movie action flicks after 4. You're about to see a glimpse of my inventory. Twice. But yeah, it's full of just bullets. That's what doing knife-only runs do. That's what it do. It's like not even a joke. I can't actually risk picking like anything up because it'll open a menu.
まずは咲かさせる。それから頸動脈を切ってあげるわね。生きたまま死んでからどっちが。
Now, again, I'll remind you, like, I'll remind everybody, using the gun to interact with the environment is absolutely a-okay. It does not ruin the knives up challenge, which is the knife only challenge. Periodically, when I have, like, time, like elevators and the like, I'll be wasting a lot of ammo just to clear up inventory space for the high chance that I will instinctually press F when a pop-up hits my, screen.
Cassandra がしくじったせいでこんな面倒なことに。なんてことを。
I want to route a knife-only standard mode challenge. Or standard mode run. The thing that actually makes this run challenging, because the knife is overpowered. The knife is very strong, and I'll be the first to admit that. The actual challenge of this is, no healing. The more damage I take, the less health I have at the end of the game, because he never gets a free heal. He gets a couple of, I'm doing the wrong way. He gets a couple of fake free heals. That's, shitty. But, hello, paid cookie. I just screwed up half my time saves so far. I'll get him back, though. So the more damage that you take throughout the entire run makes the entire end of the game harder, especially the factory.
お城を案内する。ああ、喉が渇く。
The factory is where I will lose almost all of my health, and it's almost guaranteed. Sadly. But hey, that's okay. Like I said, it's... You can definitely beat Miranda with no health. I've done it all 5 times. Also, she just vanishes here. Gone.
よくも私の娘を痛めつけてくれたわね。
This part's a little random. Because I can get body blocked or they can let me go. This one in particular. Got body blocked. This one's the worst. So that one there, if I would have attacked and not blocked, it would have immediately grabbed me. So, it's a little lame. Sometimes I get through the or the blood section with like no problems. Other times I get body blocked really hard. All of which is really lame, but I mean that's just how it goes. It keeps the run interesting because you never it's really hard to route perfectly.
ドミトレスクの城を荒らした罪を思い切るがよいわ。ああ、さっさと死ぬのよ。
My pinkies. Where is she? Lady D can be treated like you could treat Mr. X. As soon as she does her attack animation, you can just walk right by her. Because she has this, she'll pause and, you know, adjust her hand and everything. A really long scene that I am unable to skip. Man, screw this castle. Also, that juice is so good it repaired his jacket. Like, stitched it up and everything. You have to kill this guy because he'll block you later. That was the fastest I've done the piano bit. I'm proud of that. Ooh, I might not. Ooh, she might get to me first. No, I'm good. I've only been able to get into this room and get that stupid bell there on the perfect spot first try once. Lady D's voice actor, like, all of them are really good. I think the weakest one is the Russian one, but that's just because the Russian language, like, she did great, but the language is so out of sync with the lip movement that it ruins it. I have seen the mocap videos, yeah. The mocap videos are, like, really fun to watch. all of the actors, like the one who did Angie, I think Angie has the single best performance in the entire game, both in voice and the mocap. She is great. And if you aren't aware, Angie is the name of the doll. These guys have a chance to body block me. It really depends on how lucky I am here. Wasn't lucky. There we go. Oh my god! I'm mashing F on the stupid button. There we go. Alright, so that's a 5-second loss, but that's okay. They're gonna get even less time for me. This game has so many frame rate issues. That's what causes a lot of the prompt problems, is the frame rate. So I unlocked this door earlier so I can just run past. The dollhouse is going to be the fastest segment of the entire game. The castle is definitely... Well, no, actually, the factory's the longest, and then it goes, the castle. Ah, one fast enough. So you want her to attack you when you run, or attack at you when you run past, that way you have enough time to get all of these done. Especially when you're me and you screw it up every time. Oh, I got it. And I apologize if you hear baby screaming. So she should be slow walking at me right now? Yeah. I got plenty of time. So the Lady D fight is interesting. You have to let her destroy the tower before you're actually able to do any damage to her. So if you are going at her before she destroys the walkway, you are actually just delaying the fight. It's faster to tank this damage. It's not a lot at all, especially if you've upgraded your block. Now you just kind of hide and let her do her thing. Because she has to destroy this and that over there. And I understand why. Hopefully you can hear me over her roaring. The reason why you have to let her destroy this stuff first is because when she goes to do her cutscene, she has to fly up at you from the wall you're next to. Now I can attack her. Alright, now she should... Yep. So, you can shoot her out of the sky to make this faster, but you know, that goes against the knife only. So you just hide in here until she comes back. And I'm good to come out. Don't get touched by the bugs. It drops your frame rate down to like 2. Of course, hitting her body, like her real body, does the most damage, but, you know, the combat is fucking insane. Alright, she should be just about ready to fly off again. Yeah. And that's pretty much the first chunk of the fight. She's gonna go, blood. I need more blood. And then she's just gonna, like, knock me over. You can stun lock her if you're lucky. But stun locking her is also kind of bad because you have to let her, you know, leave. So you can actually stun lock her and, like, break your time. She's going to get an attack in. I don't think I'll be able to, yeah. But now she's gonna die. She's dead. So that was the poster child of the entire game. Poster girl. And also the second longest chunklet of the entire game as well. So from here on out, you'll see me be wasting a lot more ammo with the gun. That's literally just to waste ammo. The challenge is, like, there are, like I said earlier, there are rules to the gun only challenge, or sorry, knife only challenge, and you are allowed to hunt animals, because there are certain animals that you can't get unless you shoot them, i.e. the blue bird, so they couldn't risk, you know, not letting you use the gun. Interact with the environment. As long as you do not shoot an enemy, you are fine. Miranda is technically excluded because she has an attack as well as the end of the fight that you cannot defend against. You have to shoot. So they didn't actually cut up the baby. The baby was turned into Megamycete and put into 4 different jars. Oh, I love Duke's Japanese voice, dude. Like, straight up. Oh! Fucking Q. And I really should go through, like, before one of my runs and actually rebind my keys. That way I don't accidentally do that. Because there are a few times that I will, like, tap a button I shouldn't tap. But it's okay. It's not really that big of a deal. Someday I'll have a perfect run. Shit! And this is not going to be a perfect run. So, you have to kill that guy, otherwise he'll follow you. He's also random in how fast he'll grab you. What is it, 04, 06, 08? Or 06? It's 0, yeah, 07, 04, 08, okay. Now this I find really funny. This is hilarious to me. I've done this even without the speed boost. You do not need to pay these guys any mind. Any of them. You can just completely ignore them as long as you run. Like, not a... Like, sometimes this guy crouched down, he'll grab you. Yeah. But other than that, you can ignore everything along this path. Even this guy. I'm not even gonna look at him. So, the reason that I know he's okay is because those enemies have to roar before they will go aggro. So when they roar, that's when you know that they're ready to start fighting you. This guy here can also be a problem if he wants to be. I think he's gonna be. Yeah, because of that. I don't know why he decides to yank his knife up after I have to right-click to close something. But it's whatever. God, he has such a good voice. Like, Duke in general, like, I've heard his Japanese voice and I've heard his English voice. I'm pretty sure the rest of them are probably amazing, but Duke is just so well done. I'm really sorry if you guys hear people yelling. I live with 3 different kids, and 2 of them constantly fight, and 1 of them is constantly getting in trouble. So there's always a lot of yelling in my house. And I do apologize. Nani? Yep. So, this is one of the slowest bits of the game, because half of this entire section does not allow you to sprint. Luckily, the speed boost food does affect your walking speed here. Now, this is pretty much as fast as I can go. That is, like, legitimately the ugliest baby. I'm sure the IRL baby's fucking adorable as hell, but they made that head on the 3D model way too big. It's literally twice as big as it actually should be. So... this entire section is based on hallucinations. The family photo is to give Donna something that is based around Ethan that he can hallucinate. So now Donna is fully aware that Ethan was with Mia. They had the baby. That's why the baby is such a big part of this entire section, as well as Mia. But there are 2 very telling files that you could... No, files. There's 2 prompts that you can interact with here that tell you what is actually going on. One is right there, and the other is in the basement in the projector room, I think, telling about plants. Now, certain plants have hallucinogenic pollen, which is what is in this building, and that's what Angie and Donna kind of play with here. So, yeah. You find out a lot more about, like, it's not super telling. I mean, I figured it out pretty quickly because I understand how Resident Evil does its shit, but, for somebody who just picks up this game and hasn't played, you know, all the Resident Evil games religiously like I have, they won't understand. Until the end of the game when you read the files. I love the Japanese voice actor for Angie here, but I think the American actor did it better. Because American actor came off completely manic. Alright, this is all I need. Until I get the tweezers, of course, but that's all I need. I don't need the other key or anything. So it is 052911. I do not need the silver key to unlock the other door because the door unlocks when I go around. I may screw this up. Nope, we're good. Thank you for the host dice. I appreciate that. I appreciate it, man. You have a good day. My regulars are like, oh god, he's speedrunning this damn game again. It's like, dude, we get it. You want to keep that world record. I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm sorry. Please, you have to understand. I know I can do better. Like, even in this run, I've made a couple of really bad mistakes. Like, I kind of zoned out and took a wrong turn and didn't notice for like 3 seconds. And then I got grabbed by the Lycan guarding the outhouse. To my knowledge, I still have the world record for the knife-only speedrun, no healing. Also, if you look here, you can see the ladder bit through the well when it goes back around. It looks like there's a ladder hold right there. That one on like that one there. You can see through the rocks. It's funny. I don't know if that was an oversight that they didn't realize or what, but there is not a piece of ladder. There's not a handle on top of the well. No. I had the RE7 world record for like a day before Bakba Super annihilated it. Alright, so you have to bump this door and then walk away. See? Didn't need the silver key. So I got a question. Do you guys want to see the baby, or do you want me to avoid looking at it? Because I know it's kind of upsetting to some people. I've seen some really visceral reactions to this baby, so I can do either or. I don't have to look at it this entire time. You're gonna be freaked out either way, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, I have this thing about babies crying. This is the part that I don't like. It doesn't like make me angry or anything. It's like I have a very I have big parental instincts, and it really bothers me. It's safer to watch the baby because like at the end of this, like there's a chance that he may get me if I don't keep him in my sight. But save the frames, watch the baby. I'm actually curious if it's possible to time that just so where the baby can come up behind you here. If it were, that would be great. Because I wouldn't have to wait on baby here. Because I do. Let's take a good look at baby. Did I get to the baby last night? I actually don't remember. I know we finished the castle. I cannot remember. Hi, Angie. So the game tries to scare you and because the baby starts turning around there, but the odds of you getting caught after you've put in the relief are really low, I think. If even possible. Now this section I can't really lose frames or lose time on. Because I have to wait for him anyway. You can hide in the lockers, but it's not useful. Like, it is... Like, yeah, it takes way too long when you can just run around the baby. If you hide in any locker, the baby will always stop and stare at the locker before fucking off. Hi, baby. Look at those big, meaty fingies. Alright, so I have died here because I went out too quickly, but once he's right about... Alright, we're good. Yeah, it would just take way too long to hide in a locker. Yeah, I got eaten there. I got eaten yesterday, while practicing, just fucking around. So I can, like, not look at baby here. But this is what got me killed, because I was doing this, trying to listen for him, but spatial audio kind of screwed me, and I had no idea where baby was. Because his movement speed changes. There we go. Later, nerd. So, now we're at the hide and seek part with Angie. Angie has a couple of different hiding spots for her second and third one. I don't think she ever changes her first. She kind of has a tell as to where she's going to be. If you watch her as best as you can follow her. So hopefully she's up here. I've never seen her change her first one. Yeah. I like the Japanese voice acting in this. It's great. Also, Donna is actually really pretty. It's a shame that they have her wearing the veil. Like her body. Where is she? She's not there. She's not over there. Please be here. Here she is. So this one's harder to watch because I can't turn my head, so I don't know which way she's gonna go. I think she went through the door on the left. I might be wrong. If she's not here, she's in the foyer. Okay, we're good. And that's also an achievement what I just did. It was the find her in less than, like, beat Angie in 1 minute and 40 seconds. Now I get to wait for this. Okay. But yeah, Angie's hide and seek is easy. If you take more than 1 minute and 40 seconds, the dolls start attacking you. Shame. Load shotgun. I love that gif. I love that movie. Hot Fuzz is one of my, like, favorite movies ever. Nick Frost and Simon Pegg are such a great pair. I wish they'd make more movies. Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna zoom through Moreau. Does anybody remember if at the very beginning of the game, if I let them break the window in the building? Because I don't remember if they broke the window or not at the beginning. Because that was why I blocked off the door. I think I may have cut them off of the window too soon and did not let them break it. The one where I blocked the door temporarily and just waited with the big red barrel in it. I don't think I let them break it. Okay. I should have, because that would make running past the lichen a lot easier. Well, I'll be able to take a peek when I'm in there, because I'll be blocked in the building as is. If it is broken, I can just jump out and run. If not, I have to wait for him to back off. This guy's gonna block me for like half a second here. There we go. He blocks you entirely if you try to take the right side. Again, the gun is not for enemy use, it is for environmental use only. Okay, we're good. Now going this way, he may catch me, but If he does hit me, he'll knock me forward, and that'll be fine. And we're good. That is lucky. I was really scared they didn't break the window. Whoa. Lag. This section's not that bad. There is a lot of patience required. Like, a lot of patience is required. Because Moreau can annihilate you in a couple of spots. But there are also a couple of spots where it looks like he may be able to annihilate you, and in reality, he can't actually touch you. The mine, however, is fun. I like the mines. This whole section is a really fun little spot to speedrun. Because there's this one bit where you have to grab the boat key. So, Moreau's voice actor is exactly what you think he'd sound like, which is great. And again, I'm sorry if you hear screaming. You can do this without the speed boost as well. And yes, we did get through the, I just remembered, because I quit out last night during the stream when after I beat, Moreau. And everybody clipped it when I said Monroe by accident. Fishy Monroe. There we go. I will say that this is probably one of my more favorite games to run, because while I've played this game like 8 times already, I haven't gotten bored with it, specifically because of how dynamic the run actually is. There are things that can happen that just change the entire run every time. Like, there's a spot in the layer where if 1 lichen drops, you're fine. If 2 drop, you're gonna get hit. And it's, like, really fun. It is genuinely a really fun game to run. So if you're interested in speedrunning, I'd recommend picking this up. Beat the game, get New Game Plus, and do it that way. I don't recommend speedrunning this in a first playthrough, because it's a lot harder. And you don't get your optimized abilities, like, you know, speed boost or upgraded weapons. And the weapons you get, like the Lemmy, while good at the beginning, is absolute trash in comparison to everything else you get. As you can see, I'm using a New Game Plus knife, for example. Did I speed RE2 Remake? I did. I didn't hold any records for that one, though. Alright, so this ladder can be a bit finicky. I'm good. Yeah, you should all, like, if you're gonna play through a game, obviously your first time should be, you know, for fun. Moreau can kill you here. He can kill you here. Go. RE2 is really fun to speedrun. RE3 is a little bit more fun because of the dodge mechanic. The dodge mechanic makes that game a lot more fun than RE2, in my opinion. It's a shame that RE3 is just a bad remake. This can get you killed if you're not careful. Not by Moreau, but the timing here is a little bit finicky if you're unlucky. Like right there. It was getting ready to go back down, and it would have killed me. Fuck. It's over. I have to go back. This is probably the most annoying part of the entire run. Because, again, it's finicky. But it's only like a 2-second time loss. He'll kill you here. And then he does 2 charges along this. Money. Step up. Step back. The switches are, like, really annoying. Because if it's so much as, like, hints that it's going to dip, Ethan's gonna die. As you saw, I got off, like, I didn't, well, just as I was getting on the blue one, it was getting ready to drop, even though I had, pulled the lever. You saw how, like, Ethan dropped by, like, a foot before I hit the thing. Here's a trick. Whoop. He won't actually hit you there. It's faster to use the knife on this one. This is kind of annoying right here. You can grab the crank. You can, but it's faster to skip over it first. Go and look at the ladder, because you can't use the crank here. You can't use the crank here unless you look at that. And now I'm automatically ready to use the crank. So if you grab the crank first, you'd still have to run over to the ladder and then use the crank here after struggling to try and figure out why you can't use it immediately. Really annoying. This is cool. If the FOV were higher, you'd be able to appreciate that. Also, this crank is now gone, even though I never touched it earlier. I don't need the gun now. Oh. I'd be a lot happier if this game got rid of keys and stuff that you didn't need anymore. Because that screws up my menuing a lot. Like later, I'm probably going to hit the crank instead of Giant's Chalice like I'm supposed to. Okay, so, Moreau's boss fight. It's weird and it's random, because sometimes he staggers and sometimes he doesn't, even though he should. After he turns red is when I need to hide. There he goes. So I can't do anything else to him, because now he's going to climb up. Lame-o. The Metro series? I love Metro. Okay, now here's where he can be really weird, because he can actually get his face stuck in the ground. Hitting him in his body does damage, but you wanna hit the little human body, obviously. Alright, he's gonna get his face stuck in a second, which really sucks. I need him to stagger. Stagger or die, one of the two, please. Damn it! He's being really cheesy. That's actually really bad. When he gets his face stuck, he gets in an extra hit or two on me. And I can't tell when he's going to hit because I'm all up in his grill. But, he took my health down to caution. It won't be a problem until later, but he did do it. Thank you, game. Sorry, just adjusting my mic here a little bit. I like Moreau a lot. I think that Moreau had a really, really good English performance. Sadly, his voice wasn't really utilized outside of the very first cutscene. Or the very first scene with him when he crawls out of the water. But now we're going into the lair, which is very RNG based. I call it the lair. It's the den or whatever. What? Is the goat in the road? Yeah, goat's in the road. That sucks. That means I have to take a little bit of a... Oh, nope. We're good. Alright, so the goat's an asshole, and he can knock you over. For no reason other than just existing. Yeah, Moreau does kind of remind me of that too, yeah. The giant fish, the starfish. Yeah, goats are assholes, man. Alright, here's where the random bits start, because I may get hit, I may not. Luckily, you don't have to worry about the archers, because as you start getting close, they throw their bow, and they pull out a melee weapon, which takes time. And ladder first. So the reason you do the ladder first is because it's slow to get up here, and an enemy will jump up here before you if you start climbing after you've pulled the first lever. Now, I would like to not get hit. Would like to not get hit. Damn it. Is there an auto healing factor? Yes and no. If you get put into danger, it will bring your health back up to caution dash danger. Like, you'll never go back to orange, but it'll put you into the dark or the lighter red than the dark red. Here's another really random bit. I think I've almost got the perfect route for when I get up there, but at the end of this bridge, if 2 pop down, I'm going to get hit and blocked. I only want 1. Okay, we're good. These guys are going to pretend to hit me. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's new. I've never had 2 block me like that here before. That really, 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 really sucks. That's literally never happened. Okay. That sucked. That was absolute shit. But that's okay. I still made it through pretty quickly aside from getting grabbed. The group of enemies plus the armored guy at the end there are what will block you like really, really hard. If you get really unlucky, they will surround you and you cannot get out of it unless you kill one. It's a really cool scene. Like, it really is. So if I were to start running this on standard mode, it would no longer be knife only, no healing. And that would be... It'd be significantly harder, honestly. This guy's not hard at all, though. He may hit me once, but he... Because of how the knife works, I'm going to do a lot of damage to him. Just have to time things right. That's kind of lame. He's already half dead. I've done this with less health, so I'm not really worried about how much health I have. I can do Miranda just fine. This guy's kind of scummy because he immediately attacks, but he dies in 1 hit. This guy's a really, really dumb hitbox. He's dead. So, for some reason, the knife only hits like 80% of the time, which is kind of lame. Let's see. This run's been going for about 1 hour and 10 minutes. I don't know what the in-game time is, though. And sometimes the boat decides it wants to do a complete 180 for some reason. See? See? For some reason it does that. It's actually faster when it does that, but it does it for some odd reason. I still haven't figured out why. I think it has something to do with where the tip of the nose, the tip of the boat is. Like, if it's left of the spot, then it'll do a 180. It's actually faster if it does, but it's still annoying. It's faster to take the right-hand side this time around. Mini boss is over in front of Louisa's house now. He tried to ram me, the asshole. Is he chasing me? You fucking better not be. The punishing menuing. So I was about to say that right here, I have so many items in my inventory, like key items that I don't even need, that, you know, I always fuck up here at least once. If not during this bit here, then I'm gonna grab the chalice and I'm going to accidentally use the crank instead of the chalice, like I literally just did. Every time. I don't know why I need all these keys in my inventory. Every time. So, I actually do know, by this time, I need to tap down 4 times. Not 3, 4. I'm getting knocked off a ridge or something, revealed items. Yeah, that would be nice. I'd be okay with just being allowed to use a, them low quality clouds in the background. I'd be okay with having to use a box. Just to, like, drop all my items. Because I don't need any of the keys that I have in my inventory. Luckily, when I pick up the molds, I know how many times to tap down for the molds and the items that they give me. It's only 3. It's always going to be your 3rd space down. But then, for some reason, when you get Heisenberg's key, it's always at the top. So it's a little odd to go back and forth between 3 to 1. But, or 3 to 0, rather. But, I mean, that's just how it be. I'd be okay with being able to discard them as well. I mean, anything to get them out of my inventory. I love Heisenberg. Japanese, English, Russian, it don't matter, man. The only bad thing about the health is the propeller boss, because he auto damage, like he can auto damage you if you're unlucky at the very beginning of his fight. And then there's the armored dudes here who you can't actually hurt with the knife. There are a couple of guys that I am gonna have to actually stop and take time to kill, and hopefully be a little lucky. Sometimes I'm not, sometimes I am. Oh, and here's another buggy bit. Sometimes Ethan will refuse to vault over these. There is one in particular that he doesn't like, which is this one. Look, I'm pressing up against it. He is not vaulting like he should. There. That's stupid. I don't know what causes that, and I don't know if there's a way to fix it, but I press up against it and he doesn't vault. I back up, press back up against it, he doesn't vault. It's random. These guys may hit me, they may not. Yeah, they hit me. And now I'm down into danger, which is really lame. But it's okay. Again, I don't need health. Health is inconsequential. As long as I don't go into, like, danger mode, which slows you down, I'm fine. I love this place, though. It looks so cool. You'll be seeing a lot of gun use here. Not because I'm going to attack enemies with it, obviously, but because it's faster to shoot the things than it is to slash with the knife. Like what's coming up right here. These two enemies here need to die. Pretty much all the enemies in this area need to die. Because they'll block you. There's going to be two that are in this door over here as well. Every time. Random bastard. Again, doesn't really matter. They had to die either way. The reason that they all have to die is because on the way out of here, because he's chasing you, they will block you from doing anything. So as long as they're dead, you can just run past him. And it's a lot safer, it's a lot faster. Truth be told, this is actually a pretty decent run. There's a guy on the left here. He may hit me, he may not. He's not going to. And now I have to decide, right quick, if I want to do this safely, if I want to do this quickly. Body block. That went really, really well. The scariest one isn't even the one with the two guys guarding it. It's actually the one with, in the middle. Because as you're waiting for that one to go back down, there's actually a guy walking up behind you the entire time. Oh! I spaced. This isn't the perfect run, so I'm not really bothered, if I'm being honest. This guy's, annoying, so I'm going to kill him. How you're gonna knife fight Airman? You mean Heisenberg? Oh, or the Propeller Boy. He's actually really easy. The only problem with him is, at the very beginning of his fight, he he almost forces you to take damage. Come on. Did he just kill me? No, we're good. But yeah, the repeller fight isn't actually all that bad at all, as long as I position myself right at the beginning. This is kind of the bad part of a no-heal run, because now anytime I barely get breathed on, I lose time. Please, for the love of God, don't come out. Sometimes he makes it out, sometimes he doesn't. I think we're good. I mean, I might. I still don't know if stabbing does any more damage than slashing. It probably does. The thing about the slashing, however, is because of how the RE engine works, the RE engine, the slashing can hit multiple times depending on your frame rate. However, I hate this ladder. I have to climb down it. However, bosses actually appear to have iframes, which is really annoying. I'm not entirely sure on that, don't quote me, but I do know that sometimes when I should be hurting them, I'm not, and it's because their damaged animation is still playing. You'll see that a lot with Propeller Boy. The stab is slow enough that the animation can finish, but if I slash him twice, sometimes, because the thing is still sparking in a certain way, I'm not actually able to hit him. And here comes the hardest part of this area. God damn it. Actually, that may work to my benefit. Because now I'm slow and they're still following me. I'd rather them follow me like this than have them jump up to the ladder. Which they're going to, which really sucks. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the ladder first. No, 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 no. Oh, it totally worked! I'm okay with this. That slowdown with them following me is what made me get out the ladder easier, so I'm okay with that. Okay with that, thank God. I don't know exactly how close you can get, but the closer you are, the better. Even though you don't get to see the cool fan almost landing on Ethan if you shoot back there. Yeah, cutscene Ethan is the worst Ethan, by far. He really likes to really get hurt. It's kind of annoying. He would never make it in the family. So we'll see how well Propeller Boy fight goes. I think it'll be fine. The scariest part is actually after I get the key mold. Well, here's the key mold, but the scariest part is like when I have to go through and make the key and then get back, because there's 2 armored enemies and 2 drill boys. Also, there's items over there that you can get if you drop down there. A lot of people miss that. So if you drop down there and walk along the pipe. And then you just take that zip line over there. There's got to be something special over there, but I didn't find it when I was there. Okay, so there are 2 paths you can take to do this. I think the first floor path is actually faster. Hear me out. You do have to stop and wait for an armored guy to walk a very long hallway. However, you don't have to wait on the elevator and deal with an armored guy, which is what you'd have to do if you took the second floor route. And the second floor route is also very, very long. So while this route is more dangerous, it's faster. I didn't want that to happen. So this entire area is just full of these guys now, and they all fucking are wildly going for you. This guy right here is the worst, the one coming up, but he's also that guy up there is also very quickly following me. I am forced to take damage here. There's nothing I can do about it. That was actually really lucky that they went around like that. They can, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, they may hit me as they come out the door because they can hit me through here. I got lucky. This guy's annoying. He may hit me, he may not. Sometimes he doesn't know if he wants to. That's the weird thing about these armor dudes. Now this is the long wait, because there's a guy at the end of the hallway. Sometimes he hits me, sometimes he doesn't, sometimes he wants to, sometimes he doesn't. It's really, these guys are a little odd. It's hard to judge what they want to do. And I don't know if there's a way to, like, get them to do something. I may take damage. Yeah. But because he attacked, I can just walk out. See, I don't know. I'm sure there's a way to do it without, you know, getting your ass drilled, but I don't know. While that is a more dangerous path, I remember to get the key, right? I hope I did. While that's the more dangerous path, it's a lot quicker. I love you, Duke. Uncle Dookie. Now, Heisenberg's key's at the top, for some reason. I guess because it's the more important key. And now it's time to see if I die or not in this run. So the fire is actually stupidly dangerous to me right now. If I touch it, it's immediate red caution. Oh, he's dead. So it's faster to stab him. You were right, Dwem. You were right, Dwem. That was a perfect fight. So, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it. Heisenberg is the absolute easiest knife fight, period. Ah, there we go. Heisenberg is so easy to knife to death, it's, like, really sad. He'll usually hit me once, but... Yeah, okay, so there are certain parts of the game where shooting enemies is allowed, namely in the tank, because you can't do any other type of damage, and when you're fighting Miranda, you can shoot the yellow balls, the one that goes over her head, and at the end, when you have to shoot the one over her head, or she's gonna keep doing it until you die. That is completely allowed. You do not need to shoot Miranda, you can knife her when she has you pinned down. As long as you time it right, because she may kill you. So Heisenberg's a really easy fight because you just do not need to stop blocking. Like I told Ween. So you can do this entire damage basically, or this entire fight without ever taking any damage. Damn it. I think that's the end of this part of the fight. Yep, there we go. Best line in the game right here. Like I said, he's gonna hit me, but the odds of me dying to him are super low. He's dead.
隊長、E3ウィンターズの死亡を確認。遺体の回収は断念したが、記録だけは残した。画面を共有しろ。状況を振り返ろう。隊長と暴れるのは久々だ。
The only time I'm ever gonna menu in this game. Like, when it comes to, like, adjusting my weapons. So this is another time in the game that, you can use something other than a knife, because the explosion kills all the enemies around you.
全員適正 BOW に注意しろ。了解。適正 BOW の集団とコンタクトした。予想より数が多い。気をつけろ。
Sometimes these enemies like to block you. I'm getting really unlucky with their positioning. Chris's health is completely on its own. Doesn't matter, like, whatsoever. Come on, microphone. Stay in position. Chris does fight the tankiest enemy in the game, however, which is, like, really difficult with just the knife, but it's not that bad. I may get blocked coming up here. Thank you, Chris's punch. So, like I said, this is a bit that you could just, like, use this. I have a bit of a route that I do for this, because you have to wait for it to reload, so you just kind of stand over here and lure all of the enemies that hop down. Eventually they'll come to, like, right about here. They'll slow down, but they will. So you want to just wait, and then go. And then by the time that you get back up and around, hopefully nobody jumps on the roof, and he'll be reloaded. And come on. There we go. And they all die. And then you just repeat. This guy's gonna jump up here, though. Yeah, there he is.
装填完了。これは特に
That's okay. Him grabbing me there means that nobody else is gonna grab me.
金が猛スピードで増殖してる。
Oh, Wing's gonna die a lot here.
つまみだ。よくやった。金婚はあの下だ。地下へ侵入する。お前たちは地上で待機しろ。隊長、村の金をベイカー邸のサンプルと比較したんですが、新潟にあったゲノム編集の痕跡
So,
が
this guy.
こっちがゲッチです。
It wants you to use the laser pointer on him. You do not need to. He just has a shit ton of health. That shouldn't have hit me, but it did. That's okay. You want him to do his jumping attacks. Any jump attack means you get a free hit. Free few hits.
ロボ、少しテンポずつでお前の手を借りたい。
And yes, it is actually faster to slash here because you are doing multiple hits. But his hitbox is so annoying, it adjusts itself. But anytime that he does a jumping attack, it's just like free hits.
よし、ロケーターで指示する。
So the more he does it, the better. But this guy has the most health out of any enemy in the game. Yeah, give me them good free hits on the weak spot. He does, like I said, he has a really weird hitbox. But it is entirely possible. Gonna do a couple of hoppy hops. And he does 3. He smacked me with his tentacles. He's definitely more than half dead. He's got to be getting close now. I hate his hitbox. Just let go. There will be no dreams where you're going. Look at that! His hitbox sucks! There we go, he's dead. This may be sub 2 hours. It all depends on the Miranda fight now. Even with all my fuck-ups, this may be a really good run.
隊長、再始場にミランダを確認した。監視を続けろ。俺が指示するまで手は出すな。今さら言ったところで遅いが。
Because Miranda, I can kill Miranda very quickly, or she can fly too much. If she flies too much, I have a lot of trouble. There are sections where, like, you can't hit her when she's flying, but she also is, like, she's next to invulnerable. She doesn't have that much health, though. I can send her through into the 3rd stage very, very quickly. I wish I could see my in-game time. I'll see it when I do this. An hour and 53 minutes. Maybe. Maybe. This is a big maybe. If I wouldn't have made those 2 wrong turns, I'd have this, but I don't know. Stop forcing me to slow walk. Let me get to Miranda.
Look, I just want to get there and I want to murder. That's all I want. Let's go. Hell yeah. It's your time, bitch.
Let's see how nice she is to me. Phase 1 done. Phase 2 done. Now I can shoot those if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to avoid. Now she drops down so I can hit her. Need cozy wozies. Okay. I don't even know if she has feet. There we go. Come on, tell them to hear your prayer. Oh, you suck. This is allowed. It is environmental.
どんな姿にもなれるぞポリケンロー
And she drops down, tries to hit me. And I just waylay on her. There she goes.
中を漂うのだそう永遠になもう良いだろうあとは全て私に託すというさあ
She's really hard to hit when she does this.
そうはいくか。
私は我が娘を必ずや取り戻す
But I think I'm getting lucky. She does this 4 times.
死ね死ね死ね死ね死ね金婚のローズが死ん
That's bad. Oh wait, no, okay, I'm lucky. She's doing her area attack, which allows me to heal. Baller!
今日この日のために
I don't even know if I can shoot that. Huh. Please only be a spider. Alright. Ooh, that's bad.
お前がローズを手に入れてどうなるというんだ
ローズは俺の。
Alright, spider's good.
ふざけるな。
As long as she doesn't surprise me with a spider transformation, it's good. Bitch.
どうでもよいんだ
The spider transformation surprise is the worst part. Alright.
こんな不毛な戦いをま
Oh, the reload.
何もせずお前はじき死ぬのだ村人も4人の新たな子供も100年にまでも我が孤独を埋めることはなかった
それがお前の本質だからだよ。お前は誰も愛せやしないんだ。
夢を叶えてみせると必ずな
Oh my god, dude.
しぶといもの
I don't think it's sub 2 hours anymore. I have like 1 minute to do
これ
this.
でもまだ
Yeah.
お前の気持ちはわかるぞ嘘で
She only does this twice, but I should get in a good couple of hits after she's done.
私は我が娘を必ずや取り戻す 我が対岸は誰にも消す
There we go. No, don't do that. That's not a skippable bit, you idiot.
これで貴様も終わりだウサムのダンス二度とこの私の貴様をできるよ貴様を金婚の
Alright, now you can beat her with the knife here. You just have to time it. I win. Now what's my in-game time? That's all that matters. 2 hours, 1 minute, and 26 seconds. That is about 40 seconds faster than my last record. So close to sub 2 hours. So close! If I wouldn't have gotten turned around in a couple of those areas, like once in the castle and then the another time. I know I got turned around once, but I actually think it might be. Let me check really quickly. Let's see. Let's go to YouTube. Because speedrun.com doesn't have any for Resident Evil 8 yet, so let's see. The lightsaber speedrun is I will not count because the lightsaber is stupidly overpowered. The only other knife only run of note is, let's see, 2 hours and 15 minutes. 2 hours 29. 2 hours and 6. 2 hours and 20. Somebody has me beat by 2 minutes, but that is not on NG+. That is with knife-only casual difficulty, which means they healed as well. But I did no healing. So I'll say that I don't have world record anymore. 158 is pretty quick. But again, this was no healing as well, and no deaths. I'd say that's a savable run. I'd say that was good. Ugh. Now, for this category, I'd still say that I hold world record, because I did no healing. Let me double check this run here. I'm not gonna count the fucking lightsaber speed run, because the lightsaber is absolutely insane. But where is he? I was just looking at it. I want to see if this guy healed or not. Did you heal? If he healed, I still hold it. If he doesn't, it's hard telling. He is using the Karambit. So he lied. That is New Game Plus. Sorry, I'm just watching this really quickly. Yeah, he definitely healed. Okay, so I still hold a world record. Baller. I gotta be careful not to save over the standard difficulties here because those are for another run. Now watch. You saw it said 2 hours, 1 minute, and like 27 seconds. Watch what it says here. When I go to load the game. 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 38 seconds. And that's because that save timer keeps counting even after you beat the game. But you saw the end screen. This right here was my 2 hour, 1 minute, and like 47-second run. This one is great. I'm happy with that. 2 hours, 1 minute, and what? 27 seconds? Baller. Well, guys, there you go. You got to see me speedrun and keep this particular category's world record of no healing, knife only. Though the other knife only guy, I was watching him, and he said no New Game Plus, but he's using the Karambit, which you can't get outside of New Game Plus. He also had a mod which changed his FOV, so I don't know if that alters anything. I mean, I'd change my FOV if I could, but you know. But again, thank you for watching. I'm gonna pop off and I'm gonna go do some stuff. I'm gonna upload this onto YouTube because I'm pretty proud of it. But I will see you all later. Bye. Thanks for hanging.
Have a good one.